I'm recording this at lunchtime. It might be quite nice to look at digestive issues, pains, problems with your gut. Gut health is so important and linked to the mouth and the gut are completely linked. The whole of our body. Are you going to be a pickle again? You're going to be a pickle. Can I move you over? You know what? You want a quick cuddle? Maybe while Mummy's talking, we can have a cuddle. Oh, we're in one of those moods, are we? Well, I can't do my class with you on my shoulder, I'm afraid. You want cuddle? You want to say hello to the viewers, shall we? Introduce you. This is my baby, one of them. One of, I'd say 8. 6 fairy. two others. So anyway, he looks like he's having a cuddle for the moment. Oh, that's fine while I'm talking. So I want to do a couple of things that you can do with your digestion, but what I wanted to talk about first at the beginning of class is how more and more commonly people are having issues with things like IBS, intolerances, and a lot of this is to do with our diet. Oh, all right, we just want cuddles. Sometimes this normally happens when I go to do the cooking. As long as we're charging, you can see me. And I sit down, it's quite heavy. It's like having weights on my shoulders. Okay, you have a cuddle. So little practices like this, a few things that we're going to do with the tapping with the gut that we often do in class, can help after you have eaten food. So I'm assuming that if you're watching this at lunchtime, you might have just had your lunch. So this is not wanting to move around too much. But actually, one of the things in qigong we suggest that you do is to walk 100 steps. So simply just walking. So I thought it'd be nice to just do some gentle cloud walking. And also, which is really, really simple, it's mindful walking and steps and movements. We're still moving the body in list. In fact, let me keep the layer on for the minute because this door open, it's a little bit. And then the gentle tapping of the digestion. So, inviting you to start. It's gently tapping. So I have actually just eaten my lunch. So it's a good example. You don't want to get indigestion. But these are little things you can do that help through the food. And obviously if you've had heavy big meals on a Sunday lunch, for example, here you have in the UK, these are great to do and help and aid your digestive juices, your gut flora and bacteria. So even if you're just doing a little bit of gentle tapping, you can kind of do this sitting at the table, I'd imagine. People might think you're a little bit weird, but just going off to the bathroom doing some tapping if you're out, or if you're home, obviously, standing. And as I said, to walk 100 steps. And actually, if you count 1, 2, 3 in your head whilst you're walking, it's probably to the end of the road and back. Depends how long your road is, but it's actually not that far. I recommend you having a go and trying this after food, after dinner perhaps, getting out. And there's twofold for this. One, yes, it's great because it's the movement, the shifting that when we start to do patting, that helps with our digestion. And we're stimulating that movement as if we're walking. So you're kind of getting the movement, pushing through, getting things going. So I'm going to start with the tapping. So let's hands in a little pecky and gently peck on the side. Great time also in the morning is when you first get up, between 6:30, 7:30 or 5:30 to 7:30. This is a great time to be doing this as well before you've eaten. As again, same thing, gets things moving, gets those systems going and helps with elimination. Also, some of these ones can help you with losing weight. Don't worry if you're super skinny and don't want to lose weight. You're not going to lose anything that's not beneficial. You only lose what's not beneficial for your body. And the centre. Right, now we're going to do this next one. This is the one that helps with weight loss and our digestion. It may look a little bit silly, and the pervs out there, I think, on the channel that like this one. But you generally, nice bent, relaxed structure, relaxed back and down. And we're just going to start to tap the stomach. You don't want to hurt yourself. If you've got a tender stomach or any stomach issues, and then just bring in the legs and speed that up a little bit. So you're gently tapping the stomach. You do this for 3 minutes. And I like to get you to close your eyes and visualize you're decalcifying the pipes, so like drumming off that calcification, any kind of sticky, gooey bile that gets kind of stuck in our intestines. And obviously we're in the autumn, we're working with the large intestines as well. It's supported with the lungs, these two. So just, pardon me, obviously it's like burping yourself, breathing yourself as well at the same time. Try to keep an eye on the time. And then get a little rotation going. Let's start to warm you up a little bit. So these are little things that you can do, not just in a class and following me, but throughout your life, adding them into general, even when you're not with me in class. Not about had a meal. So we're gently, especially if you had a big meal, massaging those internal organs. Back to centre. Breathe in, breathing out. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. Take the hand, then you see that tingling going on in the belly, just from the lower dantian. We're going to just breathe in and breathe out. So what you want to do with your hands, you want to link them, make like a little butterfly in front. Here, closing the eyes down, dropping the shoulders, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, feel a little push. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Knees are slightly bent. Spine is nice and straight, pelvis is tipped forward slightly, shoulders are relaxed, back and down. And now relax the hands down to the belly and then bring them up, and we're just going to turn the water wheel. Breathing in, breathing out. So we've got this tiny little movement going on in the torso, ever so slight. Slowly moving in, moving out. And the bottom half of the body stays still. It's just the top half. It's just your hands moving, and as they move slowly, the shoulders will follow. Breathing in. So you can utilise this, you can do this. I'm going to try and keep this a nice short one. And you can do it after lunch. You can do it after dinner, after breakfast. If you've not got a lot of time, you just want to do a little bit of qigong and do something after to help you aid your digestion. Keep that flow and moving in, moving out. Now, hands come facing the belly, moving in, moving out, and facing back. Over the stomach, breathing in, breathing out. As we've rotated them the wrong way, we're going to rotate a different way. So hands now start to come up, round and down, up, round and down. Circling the stomach, liver, the spleen, and you've got, as you come up through the spleen, you go back down with the belly, the large intestines. Visualising that circle, that vortex in the stomach, things moving, shifting, breathing in, breathing out. Feel that connection as well to your intuition, to the things that you're finding it hard to digest in life, to the things that are maybe coming up for you to shift at the moment. If you listened to our daily card today, we're working with the 9th, or if you're watching this later, you can refer back to that video, but allowing yourself to look, to feel, and then stop and breathe, holding at the spleen, feeling that beautiful yellow, dropping down, feeling wonderful orange, bringing the hands round, the shoulders just holding the bottom of the belly, breathing in, breathing out. Out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. Hands up, bring towards collarbones in the breath. Bring it to the chest and push down from the chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Feel flow through the central column and the thymus, down, that energy shifting, flowing in the right direction. Now, if you remember the old adage, righty tighty, lefty loosey, we were going right, we want to go left. Now, if you yourself have issues with constipation or diarrhea, you want to loosen, left loosen, right to tighten. So we've gone right, we want to go the opposite direction. Balance, if you've not got issues, then you do this same amount one way as you've done the other way. So breathing, breathe out, circling motion, momentum and the shifts. Allowing your body to let go if it needs to, and if it's finding it hard letting go, to let maybe just to tighten up, to hold on a little bit. As we said, go back if you need to go back in your cave. I was talking about it a little bit. If you have a little bit of resistance, that you just want to go over things, then that's fine too. In terms of metaphorical, then coming back to the spleen. This time I'm going to do a little bit with the upper body. So I want you to rotate just the top half. Holding here, like this is the stopgap. We want to rotate the rib cage. Just tiny movements at the top. 1, 2, 6, and the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, same position this time. The bottom half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now bring your hands up. Maybe make sure you've got room. Bringing them up and around. Like you've got big circles going on. Do diagonals, you can see me. So obviously sometimes you might feel a little bit sluggish in the afternoon. Then you get things moving, rotating. This time, come to the back, link the hands, push them down and activate that immune spot we do daily. Feel the stretch across the shoulders, opening the lungs and the rib cage. Releasing. And then taking that into angel wings. This time coming down, up, floating down, and up. And as you bring the hands up, you sweep them over your kidneys. Oh, something's... Achoo! Bless me, tickling my nose. Achoo! At least for joy. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. And rotating around. Sweeping over the kidneys. Sweeping up. Gently. Got a little squat going on. We're rotating the arms. Length the shoulders. Feeling it. So there's a little point here at the back. These are adrenals. And there's a little point here. So you've like in between here and here. You want to, one of the microcosmic orbits. I want you to visualise right in the centre of you. And as we swing, we're going to knock round behind, and our stomach gets tapped here from the front, and our back behind. And the legs, this one comes up, heel off the floor, up, heel off the floor. With the arms, with the legs. Breathing in, breathing out. We often do this one in our warm-up. Great to do in daily routines, in any daily routines. But obviously helps with digestive issues. And as we're working with the autumn seasons, bring it up as well from there and tap for the lungs. Keep that one behind you. In an easy breath. So all these ones, and we do them a lot in class anyway, but specifically help and aid digestion. So all great to do after lunch, after breakfast, after dinner, and obviously during the autumn. Have a little one that you can do working with the kidneys, and obviously if you're working with elimination, any issues of like kind of getting rid of things and the kidneys flushing through, is our ears. So we come up to our ears and gently massage down and then flick off. Be careful if you've got earrings on like mine. Gently off. You can always, you'll notice this one I do in the qigong facial massage, so you can add this one in when you're putting your face cream on and you're doing your tapping, or with your geisha, if you use a geisha tool. And another one, you like little scissors and then just rub up and down. Feel like you're warming the kidneys. You need to do here and then physically do here and rub. Here, so the palm of the heel of the hand is on that point, the adrenal point. Breathing in, breathing out. Now take the hands so they slide and you're here and you're holding the hips. Bring one hand around the front and the other one, the back of the hand at the back. And we're going to visually focus on that, what's it called, the tan, I think. The point that's between here and right in the centre of our body, basically. Visualise that, flowing with bright light, swirling, flowing freely. And with the next breath, we're going to go back into that movement. So breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, and come back to that gentle knocking. So you may be just swinging your arms around from side to side, but we're doing quite a lot on the internal, because it's not just this point, although we're focusing on this point today and honing in. You've got all of your internal organs, your stomach, you've got your spleens a little bit higher, but you've got your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, your gallbladder, large intestines, small intestines are all around this area, and you're gently massaging, helping along with the processes of elimination. And when it comes to a stop, let the shoulders come down by the side. And that's a really quick, simple routine that you can do. You can stop it just there if you were just wanting something quick for after lunch. We're going to continue with the rest of our class. So we're just going to stretch out the little body a little bit more. And hopefully if you have had your lunch, you've kind of given it that time. We've moved things around so that you can move a little bit more. But we're not going to do something too vigorous, so don't worry. Just low intensity, steady states and list. So rotating the joints back and forwards. We'll just run through some quick basic dailies. And the elbows and the wrists and inwards and outwards. And rotate slowly. And forwards, like you're doing breaststroke. That rotation happening at the same time as we're doing our arms. In a different part of the rib cage. And then slowly, nice bent legs. Hands together over the belly. We lift up with still bent knees. Inhale at the top, exhale over. Keep the nice stable bent knees, flat feet. And up. Inhaling at the top, exhaling over. This time leaning as we keep the legs nice and bent, just looking up, and you want a gentle bend in the back, in the spine. Don't push, gently ease into, and then coming forward. When you get to here, inhale. And exhale and just take the shoulder blades and the arms down. And inhale again. Exhale, take the next part of the body, like you're leaning up and over almost. Pulling through with the hands. And take the hands to the knees. Bend the knees even more. And then roll that up through the spine. Let's do that again. Hands to the belly, breathing down, slowly. Inhale, exhale. Hands down, bend up, roll through. And then we're going to take that into a wave breathing. Hands come to the belly, breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. So you can put one hand on the chest, one on the belly, so you can feel the movement, the shift of the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. From that wave, bring the hands down tightly. And then exhale, bring them up, bend the knees at the same time, taking that into spinal cord breathing. And coming down and up. Open, close. Opening up the rib cage. And then from here, pushing those shoulder blades together, taking the hands out to the side, stepping in. We're just going to do a little bit of autumn movement. Breathing in. Take the hand forward. One goes behind. Leaning, rolling that over. Bearing in mind, this is the people that have just eaten. Hopefully you haven't bending, bowing. Coming up, hands come up. Knee comes up to the side and down. First stage, coming forward, bending over, leaning down, feeling grace. Lifting up, inhaling, up, out to the side, and down. This time, bring the hands up with the knee. Give it a little hug at the centre. Bring the foot forward, hands out to balance. Foot comes forward, flex the toes up. It doesn't matter if you can only get it like at an angle, if you can, the higher you can get it, the greater. It's just work with your body. And then come in to the heart with the hands. Take the leg behind you. Hands back out to the side, balancing, balancing. Coming in, and this time out to the side and down. Okay, on the other side, bringing the hands up, knee up at the same time, hugging the knee into the chest, breathing in with it. Exhaling, the knee comes forward this time, flexing that foot forward. Inhaling, exhaling. As you come back, hands come to the heart, back out for balance, and to flex, point the foot behind you, keeping your balance, bringing into the heart, out to the side, feeling down the side, and gently coming to a stop. We've slowly gone through. So as I pull my trousers up, she says, taking our hands to the side. So we've moved the body a bit, we've stretched the body a bit, and we've worked with our digestion. This is the second half, although this morning we haven't done as much kind of kinetic flow movements, more stretching movements, but we've still worked through, massaged our internal organs, opened up the lungs, worked on some immune points. Now we're going to come to a seated position to do a meditative part of our class. So where we were visualising that point in our centre, oh gosh, you come to a seated position and get yourself comfortable. So, cards, where is it? Still got them here? Yeah, there they are. One of the cards we pulled today for before class, the one we normally do at the end of class, we went through, so the daily card reading is up, so we went over this one and we pulled this one. So in this we've got the little figure of eights. Can you see that little figure of eights and that beautiful microcosmic orbit that we're working with? Now remembering this point between your stomach, so under the rib cage, let me stand up, it's probably easier to sort of here. Yeah, so if your belly button is here, it's about 3-4 fingers above, so here, and then behind you about here. You're visualizing in the center between your stomach and your back. I want you to think of a little figure of 8 moving, energetically moving through that system, going diagonally, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. So visualizing that happen, just like he's got going on in his belly. You can see in that picture. And then closing your eyes down. I'm going to do a little journey, more of a traditional meditation, like we used to do. And visualize a beautiful purples, pinks, yellows, and oranges. And at the center, white, where that little dot is. Beautiful light expanding as we work with today's energy. So today, just as a recap, if you haven't seen the morning card, the daily card, or watched the energy report for this month, one of the things that we've got Jupiter going retrograde. So this is the deep work, this is the shifting. So we're working with the digestion today. 1, because it's after lunch when we're doing this, but 2, also because we're working with digesting these energies that are coming in and helping our body, visualizing with intention. So if you're closing your eyes down, visualizing that little swirling vortex in your gut, shifting, breathing deep. And I want you to think of, like I talk about the spine, I always mention Archimedes screw. If you're not sure what that is, it's like a big twirly screw that would bring water upwards. So as it would draw up the water to an upper level. So think of that drawing up vortex energy, flowing up, but flowing out through these little figure of 8s that we've got going on into each level of your cellular membrane, your stomach, your gut, the things that we have in our life that we find it hard to digest, where the barriers that we put up, but also the barrier and the physical barrier of our gut lining, and that energy going through it, like it's having a clearing effect on us physically to digest that which we need to know about ourselves, our own transformations, our own shifts, the things from the subconscious that are coming up. We want it to be coming up, but we're honing it in with light, with this beautiful vortex of light. So we see it from higher perspective. We see it in a more crystal clarity and understanding, and the same not just with the gut, but what makes us want to go to catch our breath, those things that are making or feeling sadness, of grief, that might be being brought up to be healed, because today's a really good day for healing. So I want to add this into our practice for today, allowing yourself to be able to breathe in fresh chi, fresh life force. Visualize that coming in through the top of the head, where it comes in our nervous system, and as it goes through the nervous system, that light going out, charging, powering, linking with these spots. When we were pushing down in class with that movement from the chest down, feeling that flow through the central column of light, throughout your body, going where it needs to go, and feeling these movements, these little infinities, infinity symbols going through the cells, going through the body, locking in the light, locking in the light. Remember that, I'm being told, remember that, those words, locking in the light, shifting, and encoding the highest aspect within you, so you can feel, you can eat and digest things in your life better. Higher frequencies of what's going in, you resonate with things coming up, feeling that like a literal vortex around you that's almost like a hoover that's sucking anything out of your field that isn't serving you right now. And it's not that because we're going to empty that bag, we're going to utilize that bag, we're going to compost that bag to transform. It's the transformation, alchemization, seeing it through a different lens, from the top of the mountain, from the top of the cliff, as we said with the other card, the tiger energy, earth tiger up at the top, breaking through our barriers. And feel the wooden energy. And I want you to see then like a carpet bag that's literally turned compost. It's happening so quickly because of the speed of things, how we can shift through these in our own divine time, and it's just happening naturally quicker. And you're seeing these flowers coming up, these things blooming, and they are a symbolic thing of all the things in your life blooming at the moment, the things that you are important to you, even the things you're letting go to. What's flowering from it are the roots of your wisdom, that wisdom from the kidneys that flows up, that's the kundalini energy rising up, meeting with it, this energy that's flowing down, and then creating this figure of 8 within you, within your field, within the central column of light, within each of your cells, shifting, transforming. And you can kind of, if you want to move your body a little bit, you can feel the water wheel that we were doing, hands just coming up and rotating, feeling that sense of movement, or rotating with the belly if you have any issues with constipation, with diarrhea or digestion, feeling that going through, clearing, mixing. And just come back to, even while you're just tapping, as if you're tapping yourself on the back, you're shaking that calcified stuff that's just gone off into the carpet cleaner, this whirlwind vortex that's happening around you, that you're visualizing mentally, breathing it in, breathing it out, and feeling like you're being refreshed, like you've been Febrezed with energy, if you like. And you might even smell certain scents, or smell the patterns, smell the colours of the flowers, of the frequency that's relevant for you. Allowing you to move, allowing you to feel present. And one of the colours that I was saying about, these purples, the oranges, and this beautiful deep blue that we've got coming in this month, that's kind of evocative of like the Mother Mary. I can't remember what angel it's linked to, but I see it as the colour frequency and pattern, rather like Arcturian energy. It's got this beautiful deep blue, like lapis. And then there's this level of purple that's like the violet flame, like violet flowers, from the blue to the purple as it comes down. And then there's that rooty red, ruby red. And this is a symbolic of the ruby order for people that are being rehabilitated through the timelines there as well. There's that kind of coming together us. There's a sense of forgiveness. There's a sense of going beyond what we see via the history and the timelines as well. This information, sorry, might not be relevant for the class, but relevant for my members. And then as you're coming through and going lower, you've got this beautiful, as it gets to the center, it's this white, silvery, gold and plasmic linking at the center, at the core of the being, through the layers of this beautiful rainbow, or like shades of the petals of flowers, of the things flowering around you, of the energy fields flowering around you. And feeling the energy, because obviously we're working with the digestion. Well, we got a bit esoteric for some, I apologise, but just feeling that gut feeling working like better than ever, as we're working and shifting through this energy of the subconscious that's coming up for us, but also of the collective. So feeling that sense of lightness, like then we can see, we have the courage, the tiger, to see what we need to see with love, without judgment, without sadness, from higher perspective. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Bring the hands up into prayer position and just rubbing them together. Create a little bit of friction, a bit of heat, and bring them up over the eyes, over the head, the heels pushing back, coming around. The heel of the hand goes behind the ears and down, and then just cup the chin, under the chin, cup the neck, sorry. And bringing the hands back together. Then you twist the hands, so the heels of the hands go opposite ways, and one hand goes on one elbow of the other arm and vice versa. Then up to hold your shoulders, and then instead of going what we normally do this time, bring them down, so you're crossing over and get to the heart and stop at the heart and just feel that heart energy, your heart coherence. Take a breath at the heart, in through the nose, out through the nose. Coming around the top of the chest and down the sides, down to the knees, and then just flick off any excess as you slowly open your eyes. Taking, slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. Okay, and coming to a stop. Slightly shorter class and a slightly different class, obviously a different time today. As I said, this week's going to be very different. So I've left them public because that way you don't necessarily know. But all of the recordings, if you catch this live and you think, oh, I was watching that, but I want to watch it later, then go, I direct you to Patreon. I pop them on there. You don't have to be a member, don't have to be a paid member. You have to be a member, but it's free to sign up. And then there's different options that you can use, but they're on there, and they're in the Facebook group, and obviously on the list on here for the Patreon members. So thank you for your time and have a great day. So recap, what was the energy things? If you didn't have a chance to watch the video, which is up, I think it's about 20 minutes. Deep work to do today. Jupiter's retrograde. So this is the cleaning out. Hence the relevance of us working with the digestion. So look at what your subconscious is holding or showing you right now. While you're awake, you don't need to be asleep for this stuff to be coming through that would normally be coming through with dreams. It's time to let go of the baggage and the stuff you've been holding so tightly on, and letting go. Letting go, and today was about helping you do that. And then on the physical level, a simple thing to do and to help you after lunch. Anyway, have a great day. I'm Theresa Jando from Tree Heart Art Design Authentic, or Love Authentic Me. Thank you.